Hello guys, welcome to Orthodox Techie channel. Today in our network section, we are going to study about Nano-Server. Nano-Server is a new type of server deployment introduced in Server 2016 version. We all know there are two kinds of server deployment version. One is server with GUI and another one is server with core. In server GUI version, you will get full graphical representation of OS where you can able to access files and folders through Windows Explorer, and you can able to manage the server through Server Manager console and several other snap-ins for each and every installed features. In other hand, in server core you will have only PowerShell and command line tabs for using the server. In order to manage the server, you have to only use command lines. So for that, in order for using server core, we are using server core only for reducing memory and memory usage and storage usage, where in GUI it will consume lot of memory and lot of storage will be needed, and also it can in server core we will have a reduced attack surface where there is a no GUI option is there. In order for Nano-Server is only introduced mainly for a cloud infrastructure. As every industry is moving towards cloud, we are introduced with the Nano-Server deployment. Today we are going to study how to create a Nano-Server image and how to configure the Nano-Server image in Hyper-V visualization. Okay, let's start. In order to create a Nano-Server image, we need an ISO file for creation. I'm using server 1 VM as a AD. I already configured AD in that server, and using another machine to create a Nano-Server image in order to use it on a Hyper-V. I already installed Hyper-V feature in this machine and also added this machine to that AD, because in order to create Nano-Server image added with the domain, that machine need to be in a domain itself. So I have a ISO file of server 2016. All you need to do is just mount that server ISO. So it will be extracted to this folder. In the ISO file, you will have a Nano-Server folder where the entire package of Nano-Server will be there. With that Nano-Server package, you can create Nano-Server image in PowerShell. So I'm opening PowerShell. So this account is already in a domain account. So in order to add Nano-Server to domain, the account should be in a domain account. So I'm importing that. First of all, I'm getting to that folder. Nano-Server and Nano generator. Okay. And webOS. Nano generator, not need to be Nano generator. Okay, now I'm in Nano-Server folder location. So here I'm importing the module. Sorry, I used slash. Okay, now Nano-Server module has been installed. You can use the command let's now. So this is the command new Nano-Server image So if you want to know what are the parameters you need to use to create a Nano-Server image, you can use help, and you will get entire syntax for the Nano-Server image. We can use the help document for creating Nano-Server. So I'm using copying on notepad. So here I'm using Nano-Server, new Nano-Server image commandlet, and for deployment type I'm using guest, which is a VM version, using guest, and edition I'm using standard to create edition, using next line, and target path is the location of the VHD file it will create. Okay, I mean target path giving us just creating one folder, temp, and creating nano VHD in VHD, or you can use VHDX. VHDX is for generation 2 and VHD is for generation 1. And also using media path. Media path is the location of the ISO file, which is D drive. And for base path, if you use base path, you can omit media path for further usage. And we know we don't want these features. If you want to add features for this OS, Nano OS, you can add these features. We are going to install package for Nano-Server. So in package we are using this Nano-Server for IAS. So for IAS you need to go to package and just copy the folder name, or else you can type it as well. Package is Microsoft Nano-Server IAS package. Okay, so we added package, and for computer name, giving computer name for the Nano-Server machine and giving us nano, and domain name as demo.local, which I created as AD in another server, and these and all we can, it's an optional, and these are the things we need to create for Nano-Server. Just give enter and it will ask administrator password for that AD, and giving the AD password, and see, it's just copying that files from Nano-Server folder and creating that folders into image. And see, the Nano-Server image creation is completed and the VHD file has been created here. For initial creation, it will just take 500 MB of file, just it's taking 500 MB for creation. Okay, now I am opening Server Manager and going to Hyper-V Manager console. So in Hyper-V Manager console, I'm going to create a switch which Nano-Server can communicate through it. I'm giving internal and creating new switch. The switch name will be new virtual switch, and I'm going to use the external network adapter and giving apply. And OK, the new switches has been created. So now we are going to deploy the Nano-Server. So going to new virtual machine. Next, I'm giving name of this virtual machine as Nano, and saving that virtual machine's location as VM. And next, since we have used VHD file, so we are selecting generation 1 and giving 512 MB of RAM for now, and new virtual switch. And in this page you should select the existing virtual disk. We already created the Nano-Server virtual disk, so go to that folder and select that nano.vhd and give next and finish. So now VM has been created. So once you start the VM, can be able to connect with Hyper-V. Okay, that's it. This is the console you will get for Nano-Server. Okay, for login, I'm using administrator account, password, and that's it. So we are going to configure networking for this Nano-Server. I'm going to enter Ethernet. Since we are using virtual switch, we need to configure this network adapter in order to communicate with the host machine. So once you scroll down, you will have that option F11 for configuring IPv4 settings. I am disabling IPv4 by pressing F4 and giving IP as 192.168.20.60 and subnet mask as 255.255.255.0 and default gateway as host network adapters IP. So ncpa.cpl, going to check the host network adapter of this virtual switch and checking status, and IP is 20.20. so I'm just giving host network adapter as default gateway 192.168.20.20 and giving enter to save this configuration. Okay, operation succeeded, so enter to escape now and escape for another and escape for getting to home. So in order to ping this Nano-Server machine, we need to enable two firewall. One is SMB, one file share. So giving F4 will enable this settings, and escape to back, and ICMP v4 firewall setting, I'm giving F4 to enable and escape to back. That's it. That's the settings you need to configure in Nano-Server. Now you can able to access that Nano-Server. You can able to ping that Nano-Server now, 192.168.20.60. Now Nano-Server is able to communicate with the host. So remember, we had installed Nano-Server with the IIS package. So we need to check whether the IIS package feature has been enabled in this Nano-Server. So I'm giving IP of this Nano-Server 192.168.20.60. See, the IIS of this machine Nano-Server is enabled, and you can able to access the IIS from host machine itself. Okay, that's it. The Nano-Server configuration is completed, and please subscribe for further more videos. Thank you.